It's time for us to connect with the Vehicle Inspection Service, especially in the post-lockdown era. And joining me to do justice to that this morning, Engineer Akin George Fashola, who is Director, Vehicle Inspection Service, Lagos. Nice to have you with us. Good morning.
Good morning, Victor. How are you?
Very good, very good. It's been a very long time since we got inside the world of the Vehicle Inspection Service, Engineer Fashola. So, what's been happening to your agency?
Social distancing.
Social distancing. I love that. In what form now? Let's talk about it.
No, I'm just... well, we'll be working on directive of Mr. Governor to try and educate, especially commercial commuter transporters on safe guidelines to ferry their passengers back and forth. You know, maintaining the spacing, space mask, making hand sanitizers available,
right,
and all that other good stuff.
Well, very good. So can you confirm for us, is the Vehicle Inspection Service, are they back and running again?
We're back and running. We've never gone anywhere. We just maintained a low key, but now in the advent of the partial reopening of the states, we are helping other agencies maintain the guidelines that have been stated by the government in terms of commercial activities.
Right.
So we're back on the road, yes.
And you said that you guys have been doing a whole lot of advocacy, trying to make the commercial bus transport operators understand the measures put in place. How's it been, by the way? Are they complying?
Victor, let me be honest with you. Yes, we have a lot of compliance, but not like we want them to. Some are visibly obeying, and others are just carrying on as usual, as if, you know,
nothing has happened.
Nothing has happened, and damn whoever, you know, they carry.
So you still see some of them carrying the four-seaters?
A lot. And, you know, the issue is when you clamp down on them very hard, you know, they make the excuse, or it's because of my daily living. Well, if you're not around to make your daily living, you could be complaining about making your daily living when you're already 6 foot under. I don't understand.
All right. So it's pretty tough in terms of enforcement then?
Yes, it is.
Okay. All right. So now that you guys are back and things are really moving, what should we expect from your men? Let's talk about that. Are they back on the roads, by the way?
Yes, they are back on the roads. Also in conjunction with maintaining the guidelines for COVID-19, we are also doing our statutory duties, which is making sure that, one, people have their driver's license and are licensed to drive. Making sure that your vehicle documentation is up to date, although ANPR technology does a lot of that for us, but in areas where ANPR is not readily available, we make use of manual enforcement in those avenues.
All right, so ANPR meaning automatic?
Automatic number plate recognition.
Great.
We have a lot of violations in that.
Yes, we're going to come to that. But Engineer Fashola, before the advent of COVID-19, you guys were stabilizing with the concept of digital enforcement.
Good morning.
Let me take this one from Awotola.
Yeah.
Hello there, Awotola. Talk to me.
Looking at the movement from Professor, when people are now, it's good.
Okay.
Now, from Baga, collecting new bags is also good. Now,
From Berger to Old Garage, you said it's slow?
it's good.
It's good.
Now, from New Garage, moving down to Star Bridge, is landing.
Okay.
They started the road rehabilitation now.
Okay.
This morning. Connecting Star Bridge this morning.
All right.
But the good model start after road rehabilitation at Star Bridge. So connecting on is a good one from Kara.
Okay.
From Kara Bridge.
All right.
Now, how many to Lagos is good to go?
All right. All right.
So that's what I have for you for now.
Okay, then I will tell her. Thank you so much. All right, so a little review from what we had earlier on between Otedola down to Kara Bridge. Rehabilitation work has started on that bridge. You remember we told you about the weekend integrity test that was carried out by the Federal Ministry of Works and Housing just to ascertain the status of the bridge, and now rehabilitation is now unfolding at the moment. Remember, about 8 days ago, we had that terrible fire incident on top of that bridge. And so repair works on by the contractor. So you just need to be very, very patient. But he says it's still appreciably good. But by the time you get to New Garage in Kara, it slows down a bit there because of that rehabilitation work. But no worries at all. All right. So Engr Fashola, I was just talking about you guys stabilizing with the concept of digital enforcement before the advent of COVID-19, deploying technology in enhancing vehicle inspection service. So how is that going, by the way?
It's going very well. But Victor, you have to moderate the environment you live in with the technology you want to displace or display. In as much as ANPR has availed us a lot of inkling towards the future,
right,
we still have a lot of challenges in terms of compliance and people, when you send them offenses that they have committed, they don't respond, and then that leads to physical enforcement,
which is quite unfortunate.
Like over the past couple of months, I've gotten a lot of, and I want to encourage Lagosians to even do this.
Okay.
If you see anyone that is contravening a traffic offense, all you have to do is just take a picture of that vehicle, if you can, with the offense that they are committing. Maybe they're passing one way or going over a curbstone or driving on the sidewalk or crossing the center median. Just take the picture of the vehicle with the plate number. I assure you we will get them.
No matter the location?
No matter the location. We have apprehended a lot of vehicles over the last couple of months just by citizens sending pictures of traffic violations. And you'll be quite amazed at where we can reach people. And they don't believe it until we bring them in.
Right.
And that's just through technology itself.
Yeah, you're going to explain that to us and you're going to break it down. But I need you to also shed light on this digital, this technology that you guys are deploying. How does it work, really?
Okay, so we have various cameras across the state, and their main purpose is to read the license plates of vehicles. And they can read it during the day, at night, when you are speeding, when you are slowing down. It doesn't matter how fast you go, and the camera can read your license plate.
You mean it?
Yes. That's what they're programmed to do. So what they do is, as soon as they get your license plate, it goes through a database of many information like your vehicle license, insurance, roadworthiness, and we are tying in with a lot of things as well.
Okay.
Driver's license. So once it goes through that, it just checks to see if the vehicle in question is in good standing order with the state requirements. And if you're not, you get an automatic ticket.
Ah.
Okay, so it
is self-generated?
Yes, self-generated automatic ticket. The first thing it does is it sends to the registered phone number on that license plate that you have violated and committed an offense. So you need to visit the nearest vehicle inspection service office to clarify that. And then after 7 days, we'll give you 7 days to do that. If you do not do that,
so there's a 7-day grace period?
Yes, there's a 7-day grace period, which will physically bring a fine ticket to your residence or where the vehicle is registered.
Okay.
And we give you another 7 days to respond to that. And if you don't, you go to what is called a blacklist. And in that blacklist, once your vehicle gets in a blacklist for not coming or for not taking care of the ticket, wherever we find that car, we will apprehend it.
So have you had any ones that have gone on the blacklist?
Oh, we have thousands, and we catch them every day.
What does the blacklist mean? Is that to say that I won't drive for a period of time?
No, that means we will take the vehicle from you without question, and then you will have to come to the office and come and either pay your fine because the channel for discussion has passed.
Has closed.
Yes,
Wow.
has passed. Okay. And so now you have left it at the discretion of the vehicle inspection service to educate whatever comes to you.
Right. So at that point, you pick up the vehicle and then it becomes a major offense.
Yes, it does. And 9 times out of 10, your fine will double.
Okay.
And you have to pay to release the vehicle. So we will get the vehicle wherever it is. And we have special teams that are dedicated to finding blacklisted vehicles.
Okay, that's wonderful. But this only works for vehicles that are registered in Lagos. Is that correct?
Absolutely.
So if I'm
yes.
coming out of town and I come to Lagos, I commit an offense or perhaps I violate something, will the cameras track me as well?
Well, the cameras can track you, but it will not issue you an automatic ticket. That is something we will do manually because 9 times out of 10, the state that you come from is linked to a database that Lagos State is inclusive of. So we can get you 9 times out of 10.
Oh, okay. So you can also track that.
We can also track that. So we just wait for you to come back. It's not a problem. You will come back one day.
Well, okay. All right. So you said these cameras are readily available and they are really working across town?
They are working over time. We can't even keep up because they're on 24 hours of the day.
So in terms of the numbers of vehicles that have been picked up by this in the past 3-4 weeks, do you have the records?
On a daily basis, we apprehend about, the system picks up about 5,000 vehicles.
On a daily basis?
On a daily basis.
Wow.
So you can imagine that's a lot of vehicles in
and
Lagos
this
State.
is a far cry from what would have happened if you were to do that manually.
If we were to do that manually, maybe on a good day, maybe we would apprehend 15 to 20 cars. On a good day,
15 to 20, or did you say 15,000?
No, 15 to 20, 15 to 20, 15,000.
On a good day, if you do that manually.
Yes.
And here you have a system who's doing that 5,000.
Yes.
Ooh, that's massive.
That's a lot of numbers.
So talk to me, what does that mean? What's the implication of this for vehicle inspection services?
Well, that means my colleagues have to work extra judiciously and a lot longer. We need to sift through the information and see who we're going to prioritize, who we're going to go after, because like I said, once you enter the blacklist, then we now prioritize who we're going to apprehend,
right,
how we're going to do it, what we're going to focus our attention on.
Okay then, so this is the enforcement component of what you guys do.
Yes.
Let's talk about the inspection component. So when my vehicle is bought, at what point does VIS come in really? What do you guys do when you talk about inspection?
Okay, different categories of that. Okay, I'm glad you asked that question. So if you buy a brand new car, I mean like brand new, not fresh Tokumba, like in brand spanking new, it's never been driven before.
All right.
And you bought it, say it was manufactured in the year 2018. It's brand new.
That's right.
Now, according to the law, you have, is it 4 or 5 years of grace for a brand new vehicle. So if you bought it in 2018, we will just minus the 2 years that's already expired on it,
all right,
and count the 3 years that's left. So you don't need a roadworthiness certificate. But
at that point?
Yes, but you have to come to VIS to register that. You can't just arbitrarily buy a car and say, I don't need it. No, you have to buy it and then bring it in, and then we will tell you that you don't need it.
So if it's a brand new car, right, and it's a 2013 model.
2013?
Yeah.
No, you've passed the lifetime of that warranty.
You mean it?
Yes, because it's over 5 years.
Even though it's a brand new car?
Yes, even though it's a brand new car.
So I need a roadworthiness certificate?
Yes, you do. Because it says that it has to be 5 years from the year of manufacture. So if it's 2013, it's already past the...
So we must get that correct, because a lot of times we get a lot of arguments as relates to this with motorists and enforcers.
No. If it's a situation like that, it's already past that recognized date. So you have to bring that in and get a roadworthiness certificate. And also for a vehicle you've just imported from out of the country, you have to get that's been used somewhere else before. You have to get a roadworthiness.
Okay, now if it's been used, now I wanted to break this much more down for our listeners.
Yes.
A 2018 model, it's not new.
Yes.
Right, and it's imported.
Yes.
Do I need a roadworthiness certificate?
If you bring it and we inspect it to be in good shape, we will give you the number of years that's remaining on it.
Yeah, but okay. So that means I do not really need a roadworthiness.
I didn't say that. I said if you bring it and we inspect it and...
You see it's in good shape?
Yes. Because you can get a 2018 car and it could be a wreck. Yeah, it could be in shambles. It could be accidented or whatever. I'm not going to concede to that.
Okay.
No.
So it has to be inspected by your...
Yes, you take it to the Lagos computerized inspection center, live centers. We have 17 across the state.
Let's talk about that, by the way, because that was just the next question I would about to ask you. The computerized centers, how's that program going, by the way?
It's going very well. We need more people to abide by the rules and regulations to make things a lot easier. Some people still don't understand that once you pay for a roadworthiness certificate, that inspection is included in the fee that you paid. So it's not an extra fee. It is already included.
So anytime I go to that center, I'm not going to be charged anything extra?
Nope, no extra. They run your car through an inspection where you check for emissions, your suspension, your braking, your headlight is aimed correctly, your steering, and
so the only thing I need for admittance there is the roadworthiness certificate.
Is the roadworthiness certificate? Yes.
Oh, that's the revelation. Good. All right. I hope a whole lot of people are learning from this morning. I'm going to open the lines for you very, very shortly so you can engage Engineer Akin George Fashola, who is the Director, Vehicle Inspection Service. But the last update that we got, do not forget the Otedela corridor still looking good out towards Lagos. If you're proceeding from Otedela, connecting Beja, looking good. Beja towards the garage there is good, but it slows down approaching the new garage from there down to Kara. And that's because rehabilitation work is ongoing there. Into Lagos, it's looking good at the moment. And of course, the third land bridge is also looking good. Ikorodu Road slowing down by the time you approach Odogum towards mile 12, but not at all, I do understand. Okay, then, so let's hear from you. We've been talking about the vehicle inspection service and how best we can connect with them in the post-lockdown era. And of course, you heard from Engineer Akin George Fashola. He's been talking about what his men are doing. But perhaps you have one area of concern for him, or perhaps one question or the other. Feel free to join the join the conversation on 0809 912 0777. Okay, that's the regular lines. Also on our social media platform, you can put your comments on Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, our Twitter handle at Lagos Traffic 961, and you can also check out our YouTube channel. You can subscribe to that channel, by the way, Traffic Radio 961. All right, I have a caller on the line. Hello there. Good morning.
Hello. Good morning, Victor.
Yeah. Good morning.
Yes, there is Busayo on the line.
Busayo, where are you calling from?
Ajasa Command.
Ajasa Command. All right, go ahead.
Yes, good morning, Engineer Fashola.
Good morning, how are you?
I'm good. I would like to clarify something concerning demurrage at your place.
Yes, sir.
There was a vehicle apprehended some 2 years ago at Ilepo. It took him 14 days for the guy to get his fine. He sorted out and everything. So they were not charging him 2,000 per day. Someone that struggled to pay the fine given to him, about 50 or 70,000. And he now have another fine of 28,000 as demurrage. And they collected 20,000 from the guy. In this COVID area time, it's not easy on people. These guys are struggling, and he was begging them, was wailing on the floor as the bills that they even able to reduce it to about 10,000. But your people insisted that no, he has to pay 20,000 minimum.
Okay.
But that's
we should try and look into this. At least we are human as well too.
That's a good point you brought up, and need I say that while the vehicle inspection service charges for demurrage, we do it on a case-by-case basis. Now, I would implore you to call me personally and let me look into that, because I am not aware of this. You know, you're telling me on a radio show. So that is an incident that you need to take up with me.
All right, so Busayo, we'll give you the line before the end of the program. Just keep listening, okay?
Okay, I will.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Great. That's one area of concern for the Director of VIS to tackle. You have your own area too, or perhaps your concerns as relates to vehicle inspection service in the post-lockdown era. Feel free to join the conversation. 0809 912 0777.
Good morning.
Good morning. What's your name?
Calling from Ojodubaja.
I didn't get your name.
Okichuku calling from Ojodubaja.
All right, go ahead, Okichuku.
Just what I want to say, I got to what down the first caller said. See, those people, they are men that they are putting outside. They are not doing what they send them. They are doing on their own work, using their own to simulate people.
Why do you say that?
It's not good. Why I say that? The small thing that they will see, maybe they will correct you or come and they will say earlier, anytime to say you go to the office, you pay 50,000. After this one, they will say you pay the money, the money of so this thing. They will frustrate people. And that is, we are all Nigerians. At least there's for that somebody that you get that they will correct that person, say go and do this thing. Okay, next time do this thing. Something like that. What they don't know, they will say you pay 20,000, you pay 100,000. Where are they making people to go and be frustrated?
All right. So it's still on the same issue.
Do something about it.
Okay then. All right. It's a matter of approach in terms of enforcement. I won't allow you to respond yet. Let's see if we can put all the calls together, and then be able to direct your answers as it matters as well. So, but we're talking vehicle inspection service this morning. What's your take, especially now that they're back on the roads? Hello there. Good morning.
Good morning. My name is
Lekon. Where are you calling from?
Yeah, there is a lot of problems within traffic.
No, Lekon, where are you calling from? I said.
I'm calling from. I'm inside the traffic charter. That traffic charter.
Okay. All right. Go ahead then, Lekon.
You see, my problem is the way Lagos is enforcing everything. If other states should start, the negotiations are going to be at the Let me give you an example. There is national driver's license, which is a certification for you to drive. Lagos State is now at our own. If other states are doing the same thing, are you telling me from now to, if I'm moving from Lagos State, it is definitely 5 states must ask that one to ask?
No, but come on, Lekon, the driver's license that you have in Lagos is the same that you are using?
You don't get my point. What me I'm saying is this. If other states should, like now, there are commercial vehicle drivers. I'm only giving an instance. So they are coming from Ondo to Lagos. They are not asking them from other states.
Hello, Lekon.
Hello?
Yeah, we lost you there for a second.
The law. I don't think any state law should supersede that of national law. That's the first question I'm leaving.
Okay.
The second issue is this issue of enforcement. There should be a chance.
Oh, okay. He's been knocked up. Network has taken him up. All right. State law not superseding national law. I don't know where he's coming from, but I'm sure that Engineer Fashola will respond to that. But let's still hear from you. Talk to me. Hello there. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning. My name is Adenusi Patrick.
Nice to hear from you, Adenusi. How are you doing, sir?
Very well. Good morning, Engineer Fashola.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm very good. Okay. I want to quickly say two things, just based on what I just heard. And is the inspection of vehicles. I'm privileged to represent the non-governmental organizations where our focus is on safety. Every day, 100 people are killed on Nigerian roads. Every day. Anyone who is looking at it that the state and the conditions of the vehicle are being checked to ensure that they meet the right safety standard should just think, what if I am one of the 100? Because of the poor attitudinal people of drivers, people we call drivers here, as far as I'm concerned, 95% of people who move vehicles here in this country are not drivers. They don't know how to drive.
Okay.
So now that was what gave birth to the last day. I was privileged to be part of the people who sat down to draft the curriculum for last day also. And that was what we're looking at. All of us were working towards the United Nations goal of how to ensure that deaths are reduced on our roads. 99% of the incident that happens, it is driver error. The driver already knows that the vehicle is not in order. The hydraulic system, the brake pedal, the fuel, and all of that is not working. But they still put it on the road, and they say you can manage it. Should we allow more people to die? I close with this statement. 39,803 people are reported dead on our roads every year by the United Nations. 39,000. Corona has not killed 39,000 in this country. There's a lockdown. morning.
All right, then. Thank you so much. This Patrick is a safety official, and he's very much concerned about the loss of lives on the road and where the VIS can come in. All right, VIS, what will be your role in that? I'm sure that you'll respond, but I'll take one more call before I return to you. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
All right, what's your name?
My name is Mr. Williams.
Mr. Williams, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Engr.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, the issue I have is, sometime 2016, I bought a brand new vehicle, a hydro Creta 2016.
Okay.
And the VIO that same day, I was accosted along the road by the VIO. I told them that I've been to their office, and the person that registered my vehicle for me told me that I don't need the roadworthiness.
Okay, just
my car, the brand new one.
1 second, Williams. I'll get back to you. Just hold on. Let's 1 second. Let's take this update that's coming in from our LASMA monitors. Just 1 second. All right, LASMA monitor. Hello there. Good morning. Hello. Good morning. Hello.
Good morning.
Yeah. Good morning.
It's Mr. Williams on the line.
All right, Williams. Continue then.
Okay. So I told him that I don't need this roadworthiness. They said it's a lie. That as long as they can for the car, they are with that.
Now you bought the vehicle. It's a 2016 model.
2016 model. Hyundai Creta, new one.
Okay, 2015.
2016, yes.
And it's a brand new vehicle.
It's a brand new. Yeah, the car is today. As at this month, is 4 years now. It's going to be 4 years by October.
Oh, so that means 2016.
Yes.
Okay, and you told the VIS that you do not need a roadworthiness.
Yes, why should they be asking me of roadworthiness? From the discussion you had from that man that you're discussing with now.
Right.
He said 2 years. 2 years. If you're off 2 years, that you have 5 years. 5 years for your car, for a brand new car, before they be asking me for
That's right. That's right.
So we have problem in this, especially in Lagos.
Okay then.
The VI woman will stop you.
Let's allow him to. Yes, let's allow him to respond to that. Thank you so much. I'm sure he's taking note of that as well. All right, so we have a conflict of ideas sometimes. Some of your men, it appears they are not understanding the rules properly. So what do you think would have happened there? They're asking him for a roadworthiness.
Victor, that's not correct.
Okay.
Let me make this clear.
All right.
Even though your vehicle can qualify for an exemption, it is not by word of mouth. Anybody can tell me my car is 2016. When you bring your vehicle in, which I said you need to bring it in for verification, we will issue you a separate roadworthiness certificate that exempts you.
Okay, just 1 second. 1 second. Let's take this update. Hello there. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah.
This is last Madbayo from Imota.
Imota, that's within the Ikorodu corridor. What's happening there?
Yes. Yes, we want to inform you that from Parafa, that is for people that are coming from Turkey, Agbowa, or Imota. So immediately you get to Parafa for stop, you are going to experience a slow movement towards IPO. But no problem, no any breakdown to you. But we just have some little, we just a bad portion of the road.
Okay, it's a bad portion that's causing it.
Yes, just a little bad portion of the road.
Okay.
So it's causing the slowdown. But immediately you get to IPO, so we have movement towards Lucky Fiber.
All right.
So people should just, they should just bear with us. So we are very much on guard, ensuring that there's free flow of traffic.
Okay. All right.
That's just the information I want to pass.
Thank you so much. Within the inner part of Ikorodu, Imota, he says, watch out for some slowness, bad portion of the road, adding to the mix within that corridor. That's why you're having it slow. All right, then, Engr Fashola, I'm just going to hold you on because I needed to respond to Williams. But a brief break, 1 or 2 messages, we will be back. All right, then, so we're approaching the last bend of the program this morning. I have with me in the studio engineer Akin George Fashola, who is the director, Vehicle Inspection Service, Lagos. All right, so Williams had an encounter with your man, and you were just trying to explain that. You said it's not automatic, but he has a 2016 model vehicle, bought it brand new, and yet your men are asking for a roadworthiness certificate.
They will ask him because he doesn't have the required document to show them. No, it's just not for you to just say, I have a 2020 model. That means absolutely
What
nothing.
document is it supposed to show them?
It's an exemption certificate that they will issue to you saying that this particular vehicle is exempt from roadworthiness.
So if I have a brand new car, I'm supposed to bring it to VIS.
Yes,
and then you give me an exemption certificate.
and we will give you an exemption certificate that you don't need, that you will show when required or when asked to, or even if you pass in front of a camera, the camera already knows that this vehicle is exempt. So it will not issue you a fine. It's not just for you to say, "Oh, I have a 2020 vehicle." That means absolutely nothing.
Okay. And what is that exemption? Does it cost anything if I'm going to get it from your office? For instance?
Yeah, there's a one-time fee for the duration of the exemption.
Oh, okay. It's a one-time fee.
Yes, because you know if it's 2020, you're exempt for the next 5 years. So the next 5 years, you don't need any roadworthiness certificate. So it's a one-time fee.
Identity Patrick is concerned about the role Vehicle Inspection Service can play in reducing accidents on our roads. What's your response to that?
Well, he said it all. You know, Victor, here's the thing. It's been my experience that in this part of the world, people want to make rules and regulation as it pertains to them. They don't want to follow the laid down rules. If you have a vehicle that is in bad shape, that has no documentation, that you don't have a driver's license, why would you go outside and expect an enforcement officer not to arrest you? Begging is not going to solve the problem. Don't bring your vehicle outside. Don't drive a car if you don't have a driver's license, because we will catch you. And I'm not one for begging. I don't care how bad the economy is.
Right.
Okay.
So people should just be on the right side of the law.
Just be on the right side of the law.
Lekon is concerned about the law in Lagos, and what he's considering, how should that supersede that of the federal?
No, I think I'm not quite sure where Lincoln was coming from, but from what I understood, or what I guess he was trying to say, look, the driver's license, like he said, is a nationally recognized document. You can get it from Kwara, you can get it from your state, you can get it from wherever you reside and use it anywhere in the federation. The issue is when you don't have any, or it has expired, and you think an enforcement agent will not arrest you.
So that will not come to play.
Now, there's a caveat there, which is you cannot go to, Victor, you cannot live in Lagos State and go to Oyo State to go and collect a driver's license. It is against the rules and regulation.
Okay. All right. Before we go now, because of time, I'm concerned about the approach, that you guys can take, especially what's the approach for enforcement in areas where there's a construction that is ongoing. Is there any approach that you guys employ? Because I was thinking that once there's a construction work there, your men shouldn't be found in such locations.
Yes, that is the standard for now. But sometimes some of our officers get overzealous because they feel that is the best avenue to apprehend vehicles.
So what are you doing to check that?
Well, I get calls all the time, and 9 times out of 10, they get sanctioned for that.
So we should call you anytime we find that. Because even last week, we had some people that still called the station to say, I thought the VIS director said they shouldn't be there where they are doing construction work, and that's what they do.
A construction zone is an exempt zone for now under governor's directive. When they're doing construction, we shouldn't compound the problem by... But, like I said, sometimes overzealous officers do that. I can't be everywhere. That's why I need citizens to report them.
All right. So what numbers can they report to if they have any of these kind of infractions?
So the number is 080-9076-0336.
Take that again. That's
080-9076-0336. And you can send also a WhatsApp. It's best you send a WhatsApp message or a text message. I can respond faster. I can't talk to everybody. Send me a message. And then also those pictures I asked for. If you find anybody, just take the picture with the plate number, send it to me. I'll I'll take care of it.
Okay, then. All right, Engineer Akin George Fashola, nice having you in the studios. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Victor.
Great. I've been speaking with the Director of Vehicle Inspection Service Lagos, and our conversation this morning has been trying to get inside the world of Vehicle Inspection Service, looking at it from the post-lockdown era. So we have to go. Thank you so much for being part of this. Folashaji Adirumu has produced, as usual, and let me equally appreciate our executive producer, Tayo Akole. Tomorrow, the program will return by 8:30. But till then, this is Victor Oteri. Think safety at all times. It never goes on holiday. Bye.